Hi, I'm Allie. Join me for this Lavender Lily Chain bracelet, which is one of the bracelets that is in this month's subscription box. Remember, each month we build boxes, and we have a subscription box that sends you 3 new kits each month. You can look below the video in that product description or the video description, hit that show more button and get links back to our website where you can check out the subscription or even just get to the materials to make this individual bracelet. Gather up your supplies and let's get started. All right, so some of you are gonna love this and some of you are gonna hate this. We are using 2 needles. Those of you that hate it, I hope you realize how simple it is to start with 2 needles. I have on about 6 feet of dragon thread in the size 8. I want a thicker thread for this, even though I'm using 15s because I want my daggers to sit correctly. I'm gonna pick up a cup button, having put a needle on either end of that 6 feet of my dragon thread. So I have 2 size 10 needles on here. And I'm going to drop them through the same direction through my cup button. Bringing them out the back then, look, hey, we have our clasp on right away. If you want to, you can put some seed beads there, it's up to you. I'm gonna add 1, 2, and 3 of my 11-0 seed beads. And then I'm going to crisscross through my first bead. That crisscross through the first bead is gonna be one of these 3x4mm rondelles. I also have MiniDuos, 15s, daggers, and I have some RoundDuos along with 11-0 seed beads. This first crystal rondelle, I'm taking my thread through opposite ways. So one's going from right to left and the other's going from left to right. This is gonna create a little section here where that comes together on either side. From here, we are going to separate out our needles. We're gonna put on 1, 2 of our 11s followed by 1 15. You're gonna do 1, 2, 11 followed by 1 15. Now you notice I put down my needle and pick up the other one when I'm working with the left. That is totally fine. The one now that we are going to do in the same direction as well is we are going to take our needles through our first round duo bead so that each needle is going the same direction through that round duo. Going to let it fall down next to our clasp here, and we're gonna add our first set of our daggers. The daggers on the side are going to be a 15-0 followed by 1, 2, and 3 daggers followed by another 15-0. Now, here's where you're going to take your thread and needle. This is the one that's coming out the right side. I've added those 5 beads, the 3 daggers with a 15 on each side, and I'm going back through that round duo, the same hole in that same direction, looping it around. Give a nice tight pull so you don't have any extra thread there showing. And now we're going to sit that needle down and I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. 1 of my 15s followed by 1, 2, and 3 of my daggers. 1 more 15, looping around through that round duo from the bottom to the top, throwing those daggers off to the side. Nice tight pull again to push all of those down so I don't see any extra thread. In the middle here, we're going to do some crisscrossing as well. I want you, after your round duo, to add 1 of your 15s. That's going to be followed by 2 11-0s. After those 2 11-0s, we are going to add a mini duo. After the mini duo, 15, 11, 15, and then we're crossing through one of our crystals. So I'm going to let that sit there along the side, and then we're going to repeat on the opposite side. So the opposite side again is going to be 15, 2 11s, then a super duo, mini duo, 15, 11, 15, and now we're going to crisscross through that same crystal that's already there. So one thread has gone from the right to the left. This one's going to go from the left to the right. And that's going to get it so that that crystal sits with the hole facing side to side. Now coming out, we're going to repeat. So 15, 11, 15, followed by a mini duo, followed by a 15, 2 11s, or sorry, followed by 2 11s, and then my 15. So there's your pattern backwards. So nearest the round duo is when you're using 2 of your 11-0 seed beads. After this, I'm going to grab my second round duo, 15, and I'm going to pick up 3 of my daggers, 1, 2, and 3. 1 more 15 as I throw things around my map here. And then I'm going to circle around through that same round duo bead from the bottom to the top and give a nice tight pull. Now I'm going to sit that needle down, go to the other needle, and we are going to repeat. So it's going to be a 15, an 11, a 15, a mini duo, followed by 2 11s, a 15, and then we're going to grab that same round duo that's there, go through the opposite side through the hole that's open, pulling that there to the side, 15, 3 of our petals, which are off to the side here, 1, and I love these petals because they're kind of custom swirl, and it's really hard when you find all of these treasures to get them again because they're not manufactured on the regular, the different colored swirls. That's why sometimes when we have featured projects like this one that's in a subscription box, we don't have a ton extra and you might need to pick a different color or just subscribe. After this one here, then we are going to do a nice tight pull, getting rid of all that extra thread that's hanging out in there, both the right and the left. And then guess what? We get to start again. So we're just going to start that same process again with that same interior. And then as we come back down, we'll add another crystal in and kind of separate these out a little bit more so that our daggers stay in place. Go ahead and add these and continue to add the length to your bracelet.
Get a touch of elegance this February. Subscribe now and receive the Lavender Lily Chain bracelet, the simple swirl beaded necklace, and the velvet V earrings. Plus, the bezeled beauty bracelet as a welcome gift. That's 4 jewelry kits for just $59.99, delivered free to your door. Cancel anytime. No risk, just inspiration. Subscribe now and experience the joy of handmade jewelry. Only from PotomacBeads.
Once you're done with your flowers and your crisscross section, we are going to put our loop on our clasp for the other, or our loop on our end for the other side of our button. Now I ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 flowers, plenty big for my 6.5 inch wrist, but obviously if you need to make an 1/8, go for it. If you ever have bracelets that you have a bigger wrist and it's a little bit small, you can repeat this section as well, where you do the 3 seed beads cross through the crystal, 3 seed beads cross through the crystal, and then you can have your flowers in the center, and the same to add length to the other side, 3 crystals, crisscross, 3 crystals, crisscross. You're doing a 2 needle right angle weave. All right, coming on my last flower, I added 2 15s, or 1 15 and 2 11s to both sides. I added then to my right needle 1 of my crystals because we're going to treat it just like the other side, and then 30 of my 11O seed beads. I'm going to take this needle and go back through that crystal in the same direction. So I'm not crisscrossing this one. Reason being because I like on the opposite side of my button clasp to have this come to a point or a drop rather than wide open. It keeps your bracelets on nicer. From here, the other needle, I'm going to go through that same crystal rondelle. Remember, I added those seed beads already. And I'm going to go up through all the beads, reinforcing this loop. When it comes to 2 needle projects, you usually are going up and down the project. But if you're not, we would have wanted to reinforce the other end as well too. Remember, we have tons of videos with lots and lots of different tutorials that you can learn if you type in 2 needle in the YouTube search or on filtering through our website. And you can see different techniques and different ways I've done this in other projects as well too. Each thing is like a learning step and a learning block because each bracelet is a little bit different. All right, so I have 2 strands going through there, which is the minimum that you want through. If you want a 3rd strand, go ahead and go through the seed beads, through your round trio, back around through the round trio and up. 2 is good enough for me right now. I'm going to take this needle and thread then and separate them out. The needle and thread that go to the right side are going to go up and through the 11Os and towards the 15O. Needle on the left, same thing. You're going through the 11Os and out that 15O. As I come out that 15O, I'm going to separate my needle and go up through the 15, the dagger, and out. I'm going to do this on both sides, and this is going to get me ready to come down, add in my next row of crystals, and catch on to that second hole of the RoundDuos mini. So you're going to get both of your needles and everything in place here, coming down through that 15O. This is the only 15O on this side of the dagger until you get to the end that you're going to go through. Usually you're skipping the 15s. and then I'm coming out through the daggers. My needles are now in position where I can come down the side, grab onto the RoundDuos minis, and add in my extra layer of crystals and seed beads. After finishing up and coming out the daggers here, I want you to take your needle that's on the right and add 2 15s, a crystal and 2 15s. You're going to hop over to the daggers that are on the left side and sew through those daggers, getting to the top. On the opposite side here, you're going to do the same thing. You're doing 2 15s, one of your crystals, 2 15s, and then you're bringing your right needle back down to where you were at the end of those daggers. That is going to decorate the sides of the daggers and kind of pull them up a little bit so they sit there towards the top. And now on the left-hand side, I'm going to not worry about reinforcing and going around. You can if you want to, but we're already in position, so I'm basically just going to switch as I go, which one gets to travel around the flower and which one waits. Coming out the daggers now, we're going to catch on to our, I was trying to grab my reamer here so you can see, we're going to grab onto those MiniDuos that sit below. All right, what happens on the right happens on the left. So on the right here, after we come out of the dagger, you're going to add 2 11s, 1 15 through the MiniDuo, 15 11 through the 15 that's already there, 11 15, 11 15 through the MiniDuo, 15 2 11s. We're doing everything in reverse, and I'm going to do the same thing on this side so you can see, and then through the daggers, and we hang out. So reinforcing that and doing the same thing on the other side. I have my 2 11s that I already put on and my 1 15, and then I was like, oh no, stop. We have to show what we're doing. Coming out of that then, I'm going to do a 15 and an 11. So the only thing here I did was 2 11s and a 15, go through the MiniDuo, then add a 15 and an 11. You're going to sew through the 11 that's there through the 15 rather, that's there right before the crystal. Keep your thread to the top. Add an 11, sew through the next 15 and out. What this does is it puts a 11 basically right next to the crystal there on the side. Add another 11 followed by a 15 and grab onto that second hole of that MiniDuo. As you grab onto the second hole of that MiniDuo, what you are going to do is then add a 15, 2 11s, and you're going to sew down through your daggers. When we sew through our daggers, we're going to pick our left or our right. Honestly, it doesn't really matter. Whichever thread is longer is the one that I'm going to go with, which happens to be the needle that's in my hand, which is convenient and nice. 1 2 15s, crystal round, 2 15s, going to the opposite side of daggers, up through the daggers on the right. Coming out just the daggers, not any of the 15s. 1 and 2 15s, followed by another one of my crystal rondelles. If you don't have a rondelle, a 3mm bead will work just fine. 2 more 15s, and then down through the daggers on the side that we started from. And that's it. We're just going to repeat that the whole way down the line. Again, what that does is it makes our daggers sit cooperated wise and does a nice interior middle of those seed beads between our flowers. So same thing here. Oh, and then if you want to, if you have extra flowers, you're more than welcome to take this one, come out through the crystal and do an extra row of petals. All right, now coming out through there, I'm going to do 1 2 of my 11s followed by 1 15 through my bead here. Again, coming out here, a 15 and an 11. Pick up the 15 that sits on the side of the crystal. Once you have that picked up and sewn through that, then you are going to pick up another 11, sew through the crystal that's already there, come out, add an 11 and a 15, sew through the next second hole of the MiniDuo. Try not to get your needles twisted. And then come on down through your beads here, adding in a 15 to 11s through the daggers. So literally the same thing on both sides as you go down through the piece. I'm going to take my needle now that's on the right hand side, catch up down to the left, and swing around and add my crystals along the top. And just to show, I did run out of thread right here. And what I did is I brought my thread ends up, met them right there at that center of that RoundDuos. And now I'm adding new thread. And I want to show you, this is one of the charms of the 2 needle projects. It's really easy. You literally just tie the 2 together, put needles on a new piece of thread, find somewhere to start that you can go through a bead that has that crisscross, and that's it. Take 1 needle to the right, through a thread path that you've already done. I'm going to go up towards the top. And then literally continue with my pattern. That's how easy it is to go in and to add thread with your 2 needle projects. It's also how easy it is to end it as well, because you just tie the 2 thread ends in a knot. So I'm going up through the project there, and once I come out, I'm going to decorate my last 2 flowers with my crystals, and then I'm going to reinforce my button. Once you're at the end of the bracelet here and you're coming out the last one of your daggers, it's easier to kind of flip the bracelet over, and you can see that you can actually wear it 2 ways, that you have the lines there or you have the pretty crystals on top. And having something stabilized on top of that dagger, is something nice to learn, because that's kind of how you have to use daggers if you're using them in a flat section. From here, I'm going to go through the 15-0 that sits after the daggers there. Take that thread and needle back there. I'm then going to go through the 15, the 2 11s, cross through the crystal. I'm going to bring my thread and needle up through those seed beads, through my clasp, down through the clasp on the opposite side, down through those seed beads as well, and let it hang out there. One on the opposite side here, I'm going to pull to the back just so I can see. Again, through that 15-0 after the daggers. Right there, sometimes easier said than done. After I go through there, I'm going up through the seed beads. I'm going to go through my seed beads on the left here. I'm not going to go in and take my thread again through the button. I don't need to do that. I can if I want to, but instead what I'm going to do is bring my thread and needle over to the crystal here. Once again, the beauty of those 2 needles, take those thread ends and simply tie them together. Remember, each month the subscription box, I try to change it up a little bit. Did some nature colors last month with the kind of ski mountain theme. This month we're going all into Valentine's Day. You can buy yourself flowers here and get this 3 kits in your subscription box. So you're going to tie that there. You can go in and take your needle different places, separate out your threads, but because I have that nice section there, I'm literally just going to take my thread burner, burn those thread edges down, and then burn them flat towards the project. And I am towards the back of the project doing so. And you really won't see this because you have crystals kind of sitting on top when you flip it over. And there is your beautiful bracelet. Thanks so much for joining me in creating this Lavender Lily Chain bracelet. It's fun to see the daggers and learn how to use them, not how you have to stabilize them so they kind of stay to one side or the other. Remember, this is a kit subscription project this month, and you get 2 other kits as well if you subscribe. Check that out in the video description. Hit that show more button and get back to our website to get more info. As always, if you haven't, hit that little subscribe button to this YouTube channel so you don't miss anything from us here at Potomac Beads. Thanks so much for joining, and stay tuned for more inspirational designs.